on, guys? My name is Cal, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to play The Ocean by Led Zeppelin. Yes, I am back from vacation. I left for 5 weeks roughly, did a whole trip around Southeast Asia, which was really awesome. But I am back now, bringing you potentially one of my all-time favorite songs, The Ocean, such a great song. Jimmy Page on guitar, of course, is insane. I'm going to be taking you through the riff today, the main riff, the chorus, and then a little bit of the variations that he does between those two. So, without further ado, let's get into the song. Okay, so the song starts off with this little hammer on here, first finger on the 5th fret D string, and then hammer on with your 3rd finger onto the 7th fret D string. And again, you pick that first note on the 5th fret, and then you just take your 3rd finger and slam it down onto that 7th fret to get the hammer-on effect. If you're not really familiar with hammer-ons, I recommend practicing it to really get that sound down. So you do that twice, and then you go back and hit the 5th fret D string. Then 3rd finger on the 7th fret A string, and then you can decide either your 3rd finger or your pinky on the 8th fret low E string, and then slide that down, just like that. So real slowly. And again, you can decide whether or not to use your 3rd finger or your pinky for that note. It's whatever feels comfortable to you. And eventually speed it up till it sounds something like this. And then the second part of that riff starts off on the 5th fret A string to the 7th fret A string to the 5th fret on the D string. And these notes are all sort of palm muted and not rung, like you don't let them ring out at all. So then the second time you go 5th fret A string again, 7th fret A string again, but instead of the 5th fret A string, D string, sorry, you go to the 7th fret D string. And I find it easy to sort of let your, after you hit this note, and you're going to the 7th fret D string, just sort of lay your finger down, and you can hit that 7th fret D string note really fast. You know, instead of having to bring your finger down. Then it goes to the 4th fret A string, hit that once, then to the 7th fret D string again, then to the 5th fret A string, to the 7th fret A string, and then you restart the lick. So this is it real slowly. And then right back into the double hammer-on into the riff. So real slowly, this is the entire riff. And that's played throughout most of the song right there, so definitely get comfortable with that intro riff. After that, it goes straight into the chorus. And that is just taking your 1st finger and placing it on the 5th fret A string, and then taking your 3rd finger and barring down the D, the G, and the B. Just like that. It's a real crunchy full sound. And it's down, up picking. Now move that same formation down to the 3rd fret A string. Again, hitting it, same picking pattern. Then go to the an A chord, A major chord, which is open A string. And then 1st finger barring down the D, the G, and the B. So, and you hit that chord once, mute it, and then take your second finger and place it on the 3rd fret, low E string, and then back to the A major chord. So, after that, just go back to the 5th fret A string chord that I showed you. Hit that once and then immediately slide it back up to the 5th fret. And then hit the 5th fret twice. So, real slowly, this is what it sounds like. And then sometimes, not the first chorus, but the second chorus, he'll do this little thing, which is basically just taking your first finger and barring down the D, the G, and the B, and just sliding that down in between that dead space there. So. And he only does that sometimes, but you guys can listen to the song and figure out when he does that. For yourselves, after the chorus, just go straight back into and so on and so forth. Now, there is one little variation which I'm not exactly sure what he does, but essentially he does after the second chorus, I believe. Basically, in between in the space between the first part of that riff and the second part, he does this little like 8th fret to the 7th fret deal, and then into the second part of that riff. You don't really need to do that, but he does play something like that. There's a little bit of a variation to that riff that he normally does. And then after either the second or the third chorus, he does this little solo thing. I'm not really big on teaching solos, just because it's really difficult, honestly, just to figure out what they're playing, even with tabs and stuff. What I like to do instead is kind of give you the pentatonic scale that he works with, and then sort of let you figure out the notes yourself, because that's what I do, and it's really helpful. It helps you learn guitar a lot faster, gets you more comfortable with it, even if it's kind of painful and tedious at times. So this is the pentatonic scale that he works with. And he just sort of does some bends, like sort of stuff like that. And you can sort of mess around with that, because this scale, what's cool about it is you don't have to play exactly what he's playing once you know the scale that he's using. And he does some other stuff, but that's sort of where you can start, sort of pick around, and you can play that not just during his solo, whenever he's doing the main riff. It'll sound pretty good because he plays that over it in the solo. So you can mess around with that, figure it out. Let me know if you guys found some interesting licks. Put them down in the description if you want, or sorry, in the comments. But anyway, after that, he does the chorus again. And it's pretty normal except for the end. Instead of just going back into, he sort of fades out and does, and then Robert Plant does the la 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 thing. And so essentially what that sounds like is, instead of going back into the first part of that intro riff, you go into the last part of that intro riff, starting with the 4th fret A string. So it sounds like this real slowly. And then he does the la la thing, comes back into the chorus, and then the rest of the song. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's how to play The Ocean by Led Zeppelin, one of my personal favorites. A really fun song to play by yourself. You don't need a lot of other instruments like drums or anything to make it sound good, because the guitar is so rad. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. You'll see a lot more videos coming up here because I am back from vacation, as I said before. So, on that, I hope you guys have a great day, and as always, see you guys later.